PhD.
The one and only, the one and only. How are you, my king?
I'm fine, my brother, and you?
No, no, no. I'm very good. I'm very good. And very happy, obviously, and for all the obvious reasons. Uh, we all know what transpired yesterday in Lucas Moripe. The gods of football said
What
yes to
transpired?
Orlando Pirates, and football became the win. Pardon?
What transpired? Tell us.
No, Orlando Pirates came in from a loss. I mean, not from a loss, from a lead of Mamelodi Sundowns. They did what they did last weekend when they came back from that 1-0 and equalized. Also, Sipo China came to the party and saved the two penalties. Orlando Pirates players never missed a penalty against Ronald Williams, and they scored and won the match. It was a very emotional and very tense game, as we saw most of the times on our TV screens. They were showing, our brother Mbumi Khoza most of the times, and Tuphi Motsepe. You could tell they couldn't hide it even from the cameras. That tells you how much MTN Cup is important.
Yeah, it was very exciting and dramatic, and it was a bit of a thriller, and it's funny that it almost resembled what happened a week ago. If you looked at it properly, Sundowns score, and then they go in trying to defend that solitary goal, and then Pirates come back in the last minute. And when I was listening to the post-match interview by Sibili, when he said the coach told us to just keep on going because they knew that eventually Sundowns was going to get tired. And that's eventually what happened, which is a very risky strategy, but a proper one.
Yes. Someone asked a question yesterday and said, who's the better tactician between the two? And I
Yeah.
said, I will never undermine Coach Cardoso since he has went on to play in the CAF Champions League finals, and he has done that two times in a row. And I said, Abdeslam Wadu is yet to be seen. And I think some other people's questions are being asked now. He also played a civil as the left, as the right back, and as the right wing. Last weekend he scored as a right back. This weekend he scored as a right wing. I don't know if you don't call that a master tactician. I'm just saying for those that have been asking those questions to say who is the better tactician. You do the math and you tell me.
It's starting to frustrate because honestly speaking, we're trying to understand now who's a better tactician, and I'm sitting and I'm thinking, hey, after the second match, I was complaining about his tactics. The first match, we were all praising him. And then the second match came and we started complaining about his tactics. And then suddenly, the third match again, we complained. The fourth match, he was better. Yesterday, he emerged a superhero with all the tactics. And more especially when you listen to
Yes,
post match analysis, and interviews, what Sibelebele said, and also what the master chef said about the coach.
yes. Remember, I did say that the coach tactics were never wrong. He's and these are not my sentiments only. These are sentiments that are shared by many, especially Orlando Pirates fans. They were going on to say, put in the tried and tested players, and only which all of us or majority had, and it has proven that is his tactics. Like me, I said the coach does not have a problem except for that particular aspect. If you can get a proper first 11, if you can be assisted in terms of the technical team that has been there, your coach Mandla Nigas and the rest, you will definitely become a good coach. And this is what transpired. He is that good coach with a good first 11, and he did very well.
Yeah, no, welcome to all our other viewers and participants. Guys, we really appreciate, we can see the messages are coming and keep on sending those messages, and we do appreciate your support. And tell me, when it was 1-0 with 20 minutes to go, what was going through your mind?
I kept on telling those people that I was with, I said Pirates will win 2-1. I was very confident that Pirates will come back. Even in the first half, they missed quite obvious chances and stuff. But I said, there was an element of wind there. I think it really, there was a ball that was hanging in the air as for Mahopa. I was supposed to just, but you cannot control nature, and neither am I blaming it on nature. But that ball was not a fluke. Parrot was really knocking on the door. So for me, I was very confident. The very same way I was even with the other weekend to say that according to how you play, sometimes even when you lose, you need to consider how you lose, how you play. You know, for me, it was like perfect, especially in the middle of the park, because I could see that talent and Bata and Siposi Kenduli are having full control over Tebo Mukwene and Alende. And I still say, in the words of Talent Bata, to say Alende is very lazy. He only plays the ball when he has it. This is one element that people should look into. Also, when you're playing off the ball, we need to start watching players when they don't have the ball. What does he give you? Different with Tebo Mukwena. Tebo Mukwena, he gives you something on and off. There are many balls that Tebo Mukwena enters, even from the final third, covering up even for defenders. So that alone tells you the importance of players being able to play off the ball.
But I did say at some point to you that, and you laughed at me. I said, Nankamo Maka Alend and Ngamo Tribula. And he can't do that to me. And you said Allen is midfield of the year. What happened?
Did, no, did I not
Oh,
agree
you
with you?
agreed with me. Oh, I thought you said he was midfield of the
I
year. Oh,
remember.
okay.
I,
Hmm.
yes, and football is fun because just a few weeks ago, people were saying when the issue of Allende, Mokoena, and Makaula, when Makaula was voted midfield of the season, people said he cannot be midfield of the season over Allende and Mokoena, and I said you watch football with one eye. In fact, you use the left eye. Yeah, but anyway, generally some of us are 10 years ahead of time, and those are the things that they were looking at. What do they give you off the ball? Because you cannot say you are playing football only when you have the ball. It is. So this is the difference with Makaula. Pirates couldn't play without Makaula. Sundowns could play without Mukwena. And with all due respect, but I'm just trying to say that he kept Orlando Pirates in the game. And I think a bit by bit, people are now realizing that no, it's not as we think. He can't be over and Mukwena. And it's happening, it's been proven. And I spoke about the issue of Ronald Williams, that he's being overprotected. And every time he's exposed whereby he needs to shine as a goalkeeper, he always does not give you that. And I think people are being kept into the past of thinking, take nothing away from Ronald, a very good goalkeeper. But I think of lately, or of recent years, is not close to Sipochai in terms of
And
being a goalkeeper. Ball playing goalkeeper, yes, it's good.
you know, the argument between China and Ronwen, I've always been saying to people that we don't get to see Ronwen because Sundowns is well organized. And what makes China always shine is because he does protect the team. He does help the team. He does make those saves that you can see and start to compare. With Ronwen, he's a brilliant goalkeeper, but I feel like he needs to be seen more, to be doing the same work that China does. And that's what makes people think when you have a clean sheet and the other goalkeeper that gets caught didn't really work hard, but they don't consider the number of saves that China makes. And maybe if people were to talk to people like you are Ronwen and say, what makes China shine? Maybe Ronwen would, from a goalkeeper perspective, say what is it that they go through as goalkeepers, because honestly speaking, China is a good goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's a very good goalkeeper. They are very both good goalkeepers. But like I said, if someone did not do well on that particular season or particular year or a particular game, or someone is just does better, and over, Sipochain has been doing that, especially when it comes to head to head. He's been outshining Ron Williams many times. It's just that when people watch football from a commentary's point of view, I blame Babam Teto for this. He kept on saying, "Sans is number one. Sans is number one." And when people hear that, they don't look at football. Yeah, Sans is number one. Sans is number one. Yeah. I said, even when Kune had dropped and Ronwen was number one, people listened, watched football. Sans is number one. And what he meant when he said Sans is number one, he just meant that he is he's the goalkeeper of the national team. He did not mean that is the best goalkeeper at that time. I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm making sense.
Yeah, no, no, no,
Yes.
I'm hearing you. He was basically just applauding him as Mzansi's number one because he is Mzansi's number one. But that doesn't mean any other person couldn't come. Is that what you mean?
Now, if any is selected
We
by
are
Hugo
losing you
Blues
there.
to say, let me
We are
put on my,
losing you,
is
Pierre. No, you were fine. You were fine. Just continue. Just continue. I can hear you.
it the network?
No, I can hear you.
Yeah, I
I
think
think
it's
it
my
was when you
network.
were
Am I
removing
sound now?
the. Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It's fine. I think it was when you were removing the earpiece.
If I
You can
if
continue.
I remove this, am I still
No, you're
sound?
fine. Just continue. Just continue. I can hear you.
Yes, yes. Even though yours is a bit lower, but I can hear you. Uh,
Now you can put the
but what
headphones.
but,
The
but what
thing
he
is,
meant,
you remove the headphones. That's why.
yeah,
And
am I sound?
apologies. Yes, and apologies to everybody. PH since went to the match, and I don't know where he is. I said, wherever you are, you can't run away. You must come back and talk to us. So I hijacked him. I hijacked him. So people must forgive me for hijacking you, but we needed you here because a lot of people were calling me saying we need PhD on the show. So apologies for all these mishaps that are happening, but you can continue, my brother. You can try the earpiece. You can take
Re-
back the earpiece.
Remember, I
Meanwhile,
said
I'm
something
talking
very
on the.
yes. I said something very important yesterday, and I spoke about the issue of Peter Shalulile. I said when Shalulile is not in the ground again, especially when you're playing against Sundowns, I become very happy, very excited from an Orlando Pirates point of view. Shalulile always possessed threat and possessed danger. He's got experience. Not only that, he knows how to play in pocket. Remember, Mbogas is a very good defender, but he lacks experience. And when you put him against that's why when he played against the Dion during the week, if you watched, Dion could easily pass Mbogas because of that experience. He knows Dion's got strength, he's got skill, but what he did, he knows that I don't have to go and battle with Mbogas in terms of strength, because when you battle with him in his strength, he will definitely outsmart you. When you expose the ball, he will just stand in front of you, then just protect the ball. And this is how you see many people falling when they play against Mbogas. When you play against Mbogas, you just cut in, go to your space. Don't go to his left if you are exposing yourself, because he uses a left, and every time he will just use his right leg to protect the ball, and he won't even clear the ball. He will just trap the ball and hold, definitely win that ball. So this is what De Jong did during the week to say, uh, I just need to go to my right and cut to my left and pass Mbogas. So a lot of people want to go through him, and there's no way you can go through him. He's a Zulu warrior. He's got strength for day, and he's got brilliance in terms of understanding football. So a lot of people get it wrong. A lot of players, I saw them, your Tapela Maseko getting in yesterday. compete with a fish when it comes to swimming. So don't play with mbogas whereby it will need for you to go shoulder to shoulder, or where you'll be exposed for strength to strength. You will always win those balls. That's why even you saw even Ukran Rhinos, he got so frustrated to a point whereby he was supposed to be even given a red card or a yellow card because he tried to use strength. And no, you don't play that way. And I think Shalulile could have done something, but it happened the way it happened. Coach Cardoso chose not to play him. I saw him warm upping, and for me, why not try your Mabena also? Throw him in the deep end. Give him that 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You will never know because these Coco Melons can win you games or matches within the last 3 minutes or 5 minutes. Relebuile has done that. Allow the boy to shine. He's been coming right. Why not give him an opportunity? But I think Cardoso was scared of Pirates at some point. When he won, he was supposed to stretch the lead and win a game. Yeah, had they scored the second goal, I think it was going to be hard for Orlando Pirates to come back. But Lebuhile Mufukeng had a game of his life, especially when he was shifted to play that free role. I think he was not overdoing too much. He was, holding the ball and receiving and playing those last area. Sundowns were more about holding the ball. Like I'm saying, Cardoso did not want to play. He wanted to push time into eventually winning the match. But being comfortable on the ball and trying to knock the ball around. Yes, there was a goal that they got from Ikran Rhinos. It's very dangerous that hit the goal post. Was beaten there. And Reyners beat it with, hit it with his weaker foot. That was brilliance. Unfortunately, the gods of football said no to that opportunity. But that was a nice play. And the reason why it was a nice play is because he was drifting, like I always say, Reyners is deadly when he drift wide and push defenders away from and what did he do? Because there was no one inside the box, he decided to shoot that ball and have a trap. But anyway, I think football humble pies has been served to Pretorians. They now understand what football is not a therefore thing. And we have to say this. We have to say this. They thought that it's going to be an easy thing. I heard majority of them saying, "Yeah, Orlando Pirates will be beaten 4-0 in the first game." Even Orlando Pirates fans were scared. I said, you guys watch football from TikTok. You guys watch football. I don't know how you watch it. I honestly do not understand how you watch football because yeah, yeah. I heard even some plumbers, football analyst going like, yeah, I has a shower with my phone. How do I? I'm like, guys, sometimes don't watch football with emotions. Even these two teams are very good. We always say when Mamelodi Sundowns plays against Pirates, you must know that it's going to be a tough encounter. So you cannot just go and wake up. I don't know what people drink, uh, but it's definitely not Amstel because it was not going to. They were not going to speak like this. I don't know what they drink, man. Hey, the things they say are very scary. You cannot just
Mara,
predict 4-0 against
Mara,
Sundowns.
sometimes we need to listen to them. You see, I'm reading a message here by Laxton Mazwisa. He says, "Why Arthur are you always biased?" And it's we are talking here, and everybody expresses themselves and how they feel, and you know sometimes we shouldn't blame people for saying what they're saying. And I agree with Lexton for making the comment, but I'm curious to know why he says I'm biased. And
They say
this
you're
is
biased.
football, that's what it is about. So let's hear what
Yeah, no,
Lexton is going to
he is
explain.
right in his own way, but I don't see that.
Oh, here's his
But it's good
reasoning.
for
He
people to have
says,
their opinion. Like I always say,
Lexton,
even myself, when I said
Lexton
the
is
coach
saying,
in the system, the only thing he's getting wrong is just his first
I
11.
can't
People
hear
said,
you
yeah,
anymore.
this one,
PH,
he's under color, he's
I
all,
can't hear you
everything
anymore.
Pirates does, yeah, I'm like, Baba, Baba, I don't
I,
eat when Pirates lose this. And I'm here because I love the team and I love football. So when you are telling me, Baba, when Pirates loses, we go crazy. You understand? So for a person, if I see something I see, this is what
PH,
people, when you see
PH,
something different. People think
PH,
that you're being biased, or when you're being always honest, they feel that you should say things their own way. Like with a very simple
PH,
issue of Ronan Williams, I was, if not the first person
PH,
to say Ronan is very. I said, don't know, he's a
PH,
very good goalkeeper, but it's not excused. I don't understand why are you giving him goalkeeper of the season. And that was my
PH.
opinion. It was not the total truth. It was an opinion. But my opinion over the time is getting proven. And I said, but like I always say, with Mtovimbala, for me, I think Sundowns, they are shooting themselves on the leg. I always get so hate when Mtovimbala is not playing. He's a quality player. I mean, we are talking about the Bafana international player being benched even when he's okay. And you can see Grant Kekan always gives assist to defenders. And you ask yourself, who selects players there? Because it's very difficult. You can ask right now. It's very difficult to play against him. Tobimbal is very solid. Yes, he has made. Can you
Uh,
hear me?
yes, you've been talking and I've been trying to stop you. You've blocked your microphone on the phone. We know you are holding it, but you've blocked your microphone. So we haven't been hearing what you've been saying. So I was saying,
Hear me now.
Laxton, yeah, now I can hear you. Now I can hear you.
Yeah.
So I was saying, Laxton
Thank you.
Maziwisa is saying, you guys never criticize pirates. Of course, it's a pirates program. I think that's why he's saying it's biased. So I'm not too sure if that is the case, but it's up to other viewers to tell us if that is true. They know you are a pirates fan, and they know that I'm one of those that try not to be biased, but you know. They need to come out and correct us where they feel we are wrong. But you can repeat what you were saying because we didn't get to hear you clearly.
Yes, I was saying people are entitled to their own opinions, and this is what they should do at times. But honestly, I don't see that, and that's what I'm saying. For people to think that you're not biased, you must say what they think is right. Like I'm saying, when Pirates was not getting their first 11 right, we criticized, and I still criticize that Dion Hoto was not so clinical in front of goals in terms of the ball that he received from Dito Patrick Maswanga, and he hits it with his left. I mean, with his right. That's a critic. If I'm against it, then it's a critic. He was not supposed to hit it with his right. He's a left footer, and he's a typical left footer. He's not good with his right. He did the very same mistake even yesterday. He hit the ball with his right, something that he's not good with. And we always say, when you're in the final third, telling a man to relax, be composed, and try to clear. That's a critic. When 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 we say, for example, Emma Hooper always shies away from being inside the box, and he's not even so clinical like Emma Basso. That's a critics. You understand? What should we say? I'm saying he's always drifting away, but also it works for his advantage. So I must go and criticize everything. So I must go and criticize Sipochaine yesterday for saving those goals. What do you want me to do now? Am I supposed to say that he's not a better goalkeeper head to head? Am I supposed to say that Relebuile Mofokeng did not have a good goal? Did I not say that Mdinyelwa last game he had a very good game and replaced Mudau as if he's a player that has not been there and he became man of the match? It was not a fluke. So what must we say? Should we change the results for us not to be
Uh,
biased? I,
They're saying we
I,
should connect with Papa Wawa for balance, and we need to remind them also that we had two Sundowns fans on the show that were supposed to be here. I called them, and they said they were depressed. Lungs didn't come to the show. He was there last time when Sundowns drew with Pirates 1-1. We tried to get hold of him. We also have taps. Both of them ran away from the show, but the show must go on. And if Sundowns people are not here, unfortunately, the show must go on. We can't wait for them, but that shouldn't stop PhD from celebrating a Pirates win. And yes, he does criticize Pirates players at times. And yeah, so unfortunately, please bring us Sundowns fans to come speak for themselves, and that would help and balance the show. And as for Papa Wawa, we will try our best to get him on the show.
Yeah,
and somebody.
those are Kaizer Chiefs supporters. Most of the times, most Kaizer Chiefs fans feels that Kaizer Chiefs should even win things that they don't qualify to. I said that their level of faith thinks they must win the top 8 while they are not even there. But I just don't understand how, because you're not in the top 8, Chief. And they are starting with Kaizer Chiefs supporters. I take nothing away from Papa Wawa is my friend, but why are you not talking about Sundowns fans? Why are they talking about Kaizer Chiefs fans? Kaizer Chiefs that is not even in the top 8. Uh, I'm not saying they shouldn't be here. I just want you to understand that people are not really talking about this thing from a sober mind. Sometimes they speak it from a hate, because remember, I said the investigators of pain found that pain is in Naturena than it is in Cloko. That alone, that message alone tells you how where pain went more. But Agioda, so I just wanted, this is just a true reflection of what I'm talking about. That they are not saying Skukunefen should be here. They are saying,
Yeah. Ish, yeah, no. Maybe Laxton must join us. Maybe Laxton, you need to give us your number so that we send you a link and you can be on air.
yes, he
And
can join.
yes, because we are not limiting anybody from being on air with us. So if you want to join, like we said, guys, come and speak for yourself so that it's a debate rather than an analysis. Because at the moment it's just an analysis and it ends up becoming a debate between me and you, because there are things that I see my way and there are things that you see your way. Where to from
No,
here? Where
no,
is the final? Sorry?
no one is being prevailed. No one is being stopped. If you want, you can come in my sound.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I'm saying if you want to come, you come and state your opinions and speak, directly, whether be it good or bad. We don't mind, but we will never say, personally, myself, let me not speak for anyone. I will never say things just to please anyone. And I will never say, this is what I saw. While I saw, when I see that Peter Shalulile is an important player, and I know that Peter Shalulile has got a good history with Orlando Pirates, or a bad history, for one may say, he has punished us a lot. And it was, for me, like I'm saying, I was very happy that he was not in the first 11, as always, as I would anticipate a Cardoso not to put him. I was very happy because Cardoso would play with 2 strikers. But the way he's so scared of Orlando Pirates now, he plays with 1 striker. I don't know why. Look at Cardoso when he plays against other teams, he puts 2 strikers. Even in the Champions League, he put 2 strikers. But this time he strikes with Reynas alone. What does it tell you? Does it tell you that this is a even Pirates?
Maybe.
Hello?
Yeah, no, sorry, you got lost at the end of the your last line. But then Tebogo Tshego umalumi wethu says, how do we join? Tshego, you can send your email or your phone numbers, and then we
Signal
can
is a bit bad. I can't hear
Tshego
you, Shirley.
umalumi wethu, how do we join? We can use you can send us your phone number, we can send you a link, or you can send an email, and then you can also privately send the details, or you can put them publicly.
Ash,
It's up
I
to
don't know
you.
if it's my network or yours,
Send
but
you
I
the
can
link.
hardly hear you.
Yeah, no, I think it's your headphones, that cable that you had. Since you removed it, you can't hear properly, but I
Yeah.
can hear you. I can hear you. Can you
All
hear
right.
me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
So my question was, where to from here? Is it Durban, and what do you think is going to happen? And another incident that happened with the Sundowns fans at the bus. I don't know what was going on. I saw a lot of videos, and one of our colleagues, Ngobo Sharp Eye, got a video, and those scenes there were not as far as I'm concerned, not good for football. So I'm not too sure if you saw that video.
Which video? Then of Ngobo.
No, no, he shot a video of the Sundowns fans going to the bus and they were
Oh no, no,
saying,
no. I was there, but just prior, and then I chose to walk away because I could see they are not taking the loss friendly, and maybe seeing my face would even evoke some violence. I then moved away and went to my bus. Yeah, went to the Pirates bus because that was the safest place one could hide from. Like I said, they were saying that Orlando Pirates fans will beat their coach. They're the one who were beating their coach. Uh, they said they are Sundowns. So a hustler, some friend of mine from Sundowns said they've already booked hotels in Durban because they are going to the final. So I don't know. You will go and watch Pirates, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you will just give us that hotel. But everything that they said, it went upside down. So this is the thing: when you celebrate before time, you don't accept. It's difficult for you to accept because already you've won the match on YouTube, you won the match on Facebook, you've won the match on Twitter, and and when reality knocks and tells you that no, Abdeslam is not a Spaza owner, he's the best coach so far, then you get humbled. So it becomes difficult. Hence, you see the pain. For me, if I was a Sundowns fan, I was not a fan rather, I was not going to be sad because I would say that Sundowns showed character. They played very well. They looked like a team that wanted to win. Unfortunately, they did not win. It did not happen so perfectly. Yes, they had their moments. It was not well executed, but I would be happy that they played. Though Cardoso was more defensive, yeah, I think he was more defensive throughout the match. I don't know. He wanted to secure the lead. He was scared. Having to coach a team of Mamelodi Sundowns caliber and being scared as a coach, it doesn't sit well with me. But I want them to keep him. They were saying I must keep Abdeslam. I'm keeping him, and they must also do the same and keep Cardoso. Like I said, we need Cardoso to win the league.
Yeah, I like what Simple Leo is saying. Simple Leo is saying you're saying Arthur is biased, but he's the one that predicted Chiefs to win the league, and which is true. I said Chiefs is going to win the league, so I can't be biased when I've said Chiefs will win the league. So I'm not too sure. And I just spoke to Tseho Malume too, and he sent his phone number. I'm sending him a link, so maybe he might join us should he know how to use the link to join us and represent his team.
Yeah, no, he must come and represent his team because if there's one thing that we cannot shy away, like I said, in the league, Kaizer Chiefs is by far better than Sundowns and Pirates. In the league, they've won 3 matches in a row, and that alone we cannot overlook that. That is the truth, whether we like it or we don't. The truth has to be said in some point, but don't listen with hate or with football. You must be able to distinguish between football analysis and football banter. Sometimes we joke in football, but the reality is Kaizer Chiefs has collected maximum points, and they are the only team between the three to do that. Pirates has lost two, have got 3 points. Sundowns have got 7 points. So Kaizer Chiefs has got 9 points. They've done very well, and they are playing against Mamelodi Sundowns, whom is limping, but they can never be sure that Sundowns is going to beat Pirates. I mean, it's going to beat Chiefs or otherwise. It's going to be a game to fight for. The best coach in the country, by the way, Dr. Professor Nabi is back in the country. A coach that most of us has been looking for to come back because hey, there was too much noise. I was just hoping that he would reduce the level of noise. So he's back. I don't know how I missed him because I was supposed to be the first person to welcome him at OR Tam.
Talking about Nabi being back, I know you are excited. You think Chiefs is going to start losing with Nabi. I've made a bold prediction long before the draw of the MTN. I said Pirates will win the first match. Pirates will draw Sundowns. Pirates will beat Sundowns. I said both matches will be draws. Pirates will win on penalties. Now I'm making another prediction. Chiefs will beat Sundowns. I know you're going to laugh at me.
No, 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 no. Now I'm starting to, somehow starting to eat humble pies as far as Kaizer Chiefs is concerned. Because everything that you said is happening two times. Like I never saw Kaizer Chiefs even winning two games, but they won three. So they are facing a giant in Mamelodi Sundowns. Uh, sometimes let's give credit where it's due. Sundowns has not really dropped that much. Pirates has just improved also. And we have to see if Kaizer Chiefs has really improved genuinely. So, but I think they will be seriously tested during the week,
The thing is,
and we will see who to.
when I looked at the preseason games in Netherlands, Chiefs were doing very well. Announced they didn't have a preseason. They played big games for the Club World Cup and they went to relax. And that's why I'm predicting this. And the type of football that Nabi has been trying to get Chiefs to play is very impressive. It's like as much as I'm not confident about our new coach, which is the Pirates coach, Abdeslam, I still feel Chiefs God is getting it right because they can change. Abdeslam at the moment as well could change along the match. I mean, at some point he can do short passes. When you think he's going to do short passes, then they play long balls, which is the kind of Pirates I always wanted to see. You know, with Ribeiro, we were becoming predictable, more especially towards the end of the season. It was becoming predictable. You'd know that they will have all those short passes at the back. And sometimes that was a bit scary. But with Abdeslam, one thing I can commend him for is the way Pirates is playing now. When you think they'll do those short passes that delay the game, he just throws it there. I mean, if you look at how the ball was scored, no one saw China taking that ball that far, and it got to Mofokeng to Apolis to Mabasa. Mabasa tried it, he failed, and then Sbelebele just came to finish it off. So it's those kind of things that I would love to see, and that's what Chiefs is doing. That's why at the moment I'm commending Chiefs play because that's how they're playing.
Yes, most definitely. I think one different element that is brought by Abdeslam is the chances created. Those long balls that are coming from the center backs or from the defenders, they are very accurate and very good. To think that they are starting these long balls and they are doing very well. We saw last when they played against Marumo Gallants when Tito Patrick Maswangani scored. It was a long ball to Dion Ho to just trap inside the box. Tito Maswangani scored that goal. When Dion Hoto was exposed from that pass of Siema, it was from a center back. It traps the ball, it faces the goalkeeper. Unfortunately, he couldn't bury that one. Again, another long ball. Billy receives a long ball from a center back, Mbogazi. Chest trap hit. He faces the goalkeeper and he scores. So now you are having defenders giving assist from the from the first third to the to the last third of the match. That alone shows you how fast and how swiftly the attack is, and different dimension, as you allude to say we attack differently. Short passes, long passes, all different. They are yet to score goals with a header, because I think the only thing now that they should be more worried about. Unfortunately, the Mahopa one hits a crossbar, but they now needs to score a header. Yes, Mabaso assisted with a header, by the way, yesterday when Billy scored. That's a header. That header. And I'm asking myself, Bafetu, what's happening to Ronwen? Because that goal, even if Mabaso had scored it, where was Ronwen going?
Hmm.
Because that ball, Mabaso got it with his header. So it means the ball was reached Mabaso before Ronwen. So even
Yeah.
if he had taken it to the goalpost, it was going to be a goal. Unfortunately for him, he just thought, let me drop it and make a pass. But he gave an assist with a header in the box while the goalkeeper is there. I don't understand. So they will say it's
Your
hate.
player, your player, Sibilibil. What a player.
You remember I said
Happy.
he's the player who's going to score. Go
Yes,
back
you
to
did
our
say that.
videos. I said the player to watch
Yes,
for is Sibilivil.
yes, and you also wanted this other boy to come, Snokole. He came, but a lot of fans were complaining about his play, but he was given a chance, and you did want him to play as
Yes,
well.
exactly. Exactly. Sometimes, like I was saying, we don't watch football from 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 Facebook or from whatever. And there's nothing wrong about that. But what I'm trying to say is, don't you have to also put your mind into it. That's why we spoke about the issue of Tito Patro Masongan to say he will be introduced and he will start the match. And he started the match. Why? He was benched because he's that important player. He was benched during the week. Precisely that. He is there. Rather rather bench him. I mean, even if he was benched, but rather have him on that game because it's a big game and he's a player for big games. You need players for big games, even if they sit on the bench. Same with Sipombuli. Sipombuli was on the bench. He's a big player for big games. He came later towards the end of the match and he was holding play and he made. Just to reduce the speed in terms of Sundowns, also when they were attacking us, and also to control the tempo of the game in the middle of the park. So he also scored again in a penalty against Ronald Williams. And when he was interviewed, he said, Robalang Mapagania. Yeah, that was his sarcasm. For those that take football with chest, sometimes you have to, even players and coaches have the sarcasm. They enjoy football. So if you want to come here and be more serious than God Himself, it means when you want to be God. Ukiketa Mudimu. You want to take the position of God, and you want us to be too serious as if we are in heaven already. We will be too serious when we are in heaven or when we are in Avalon or somewhere in cement in the whatever way we will be buried. But we cannot come here and act all serious just because some people were jiwe. How jiwe and that there's nothing that we can do. They've honored you. Even the last game you were honored. Sundowns honored me and moored me and blackstamped me for one. I went and did my interviews,
Yes,
painful as it
yes,
may have been.
yes,
Even in the
yes.
documentary, Giant is there. They are playing it, and we accept the loss. So not these ones. Every time Sundowns loses, they cry. That's why I always call them crying babies. They cry. The coach must go. Hey, what? It's like every time they lose to Pirates, they never accept it. Get it into your thick skull. And I said it. I said it right. There's a win, there's a draw, there's a loss in football. You will be trapped. Even us, we can go against Talis and get lose. We can lose, and the whole country will be laughing at us.
Mm.
Kaiser Chiefs is busy celebrating here, and for rivalry's sake, we accept and we understand. Do you understand? So if you want to come with emotions, with the heart of a Baizani chicken, there's nothing we can do about it. In fact, we'll press you where you are very weak. We will pinch you and tell you that Cardozo is not good. Forgetting that yesterday you were just playing the CAF Champions League final. Who does that? That's an achievement. That's an achievement. You cannot be crying. You must understand that you were beaten by a good rival in Orlando Pirates, and if you don't want to accept that, Buffett, I think for those that are hungry, there were a lot of plates left in Pretoria, and the other side of Nature, and a lot of people did not have their dinner last night. Their plates are still there. If people are hungry, you can go and visit Sundowns fans. They will give you those food. They are very angry. They are not even eating food, and I'm not going to apologize because they do the same.
Okay, Laxton Mazwisa says, I'm a Sundowns fan. We are not happy with
Mhm.
Cardoso. If he continues like this, we will fire him. He's the very same guy that said we are overpraising Pirates. He says, but you are overpraising Pirates, coach. Let's wait for 10 games in the league. I like
You know,
Laxton.
you know,
Laxton
you know,
rocks.
you know. Like I'm
Laxton rocks.
saying, ne,
I like Laxton.
I like him too. You know why Lexin is not accepting
Want
the
to
defeat?
fight
He
you
feels
back.
like he can
Laxton is
sleep.
speaking his mind. Laxton is the type of fan that me and you would love to talk to. Laxton rocks. Laxton just rocks. He also criticizes himself, but he says you mustn't criticize. He says, I'm also not happy with Cardozo, but you, SPHG and Arthur, you can't criticize him. And Utsepo Malumi asked to join, so we just got Tsepo. Tsepo, hola Tsepo. Maro Tsepo ngathi bhakani. Tempo. You are Pirates. I thought you are Sundowns. We put in here because we say we think in your Pirates. Hola, Tempo.
Hey, how's it, gentlemen? How are you? And
We are
Mr.
finding you, my
PhD.
brother. PhD
Yeah,
is running
no.
away.
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
Why is he running away?
I don't know. Maybe he's scared of you.
Nah, I mean,
No,
I'm
I'm
just
good,
a
thanks, and
football
yourself, my
supporter
brother.
in overall.
So, which team do you support?
Nah, I mean, I just support sports, my brother, in general. Tennis, cricket, soccer, you name them.
You're lying. You're lying. Your team lost. Your team lost. You
No,
know,
he
Okay.
is ashamed of
I
his
know.
team.
what normally
He's
happens,
ashamed
Tepo?
of his team.
Yes.
Yes.
There were fans for the last 10 years, they were saying, we just support Bafana Bafana. And then they won a cup, and suddenly we saw them saying, I am a chief supporter. So when now suddenly you don't support anything, which team are you supporting?
Oh, all right, my brother. I mean, I'm a Kosi
I
fan.
knew it. I knew it. You're a Coty fan.
Which
Tell
team
us
does he
about
support?
Kaiser Chiefs.
But I'm a Kaiser Chiefs
I
fan,
knew
bro.
it. I knew it.
Yeah, but I told some of my friends yesterday that Pirates is going to the final, and they didn't believe me.
Yeah. So tell us, ne?
Yeah,
Your game is
because
coming, Tsepone. Your
yeah.
game is coming, and it's a big game. Take
I'm
your
eating
phone down so
Sundowns.
that people can see your face. We can't see your face. Yes.
Okay. Do
Yeah,
you
we
see me
can
now?
see you properly.
Right.
Tsepo, you are playing Sundowns on Wednesday.
Yes. Yes,
What do
my
you think
brother.
is going to happen?
I think it's gonna be a draw or a win for Chiefs.
Exactly.
Yes.
What are you saying, PhD? Because I know you and Kaiser Chiefs. Hey, PhD, he keeps on running away. Okay, you're saying it's going to be a draw for Chiefs or a win.
Yes.
And how do you think that's going to happen, and which players are going to shine?
Uh, in terms of Mamelodi Sundowns, I think they are wounded now. So remember, we are talking about the league champions and the African champions as well. So you don't really want to not undermine them based on the form that is happening currently at Kaizer Chiefs. So they just lost the game now. So obviously they want to recover and regroup. While Kaizer Chiefs, on the other hand, they are on form. But the game of this magnitude obviously needs individual brilliance, but not shying away from Kaizer Chiefs as well. They playing as a competitive team than being individuals. So it gives them advantage going into the Sundowns game based on their form. So, but in terms of Sundowns right now, things are not going well for them because I think Coach Cardoso did a lot of changes to the team, which affected, and also the missing players like the likes of Kuliso, Ribeiro, which was their player maker, giving them the ability to go forward. So if you check on Wednesday,
Yeah.
Sundowns will rely more on individual brilliance than a competitive team. So I think a player who will be a standout for Sundowns on Wednesday, I'm looking at Reines, who I think is always willing to give the team the win, is always looking forward to score, is hungry for goals. And then who else? A player like, I think Reines in nutshell. But my fear is I'm not sure yet if Aiden McCarthy is gonna be available for the game. But if Aiden is going to be available, I don't think Reynes will go power to power with Aiden and win the match. So, in terms of Kaiser Chiefs, the player who will stand out for me, I think Thabo Tele, and then who else? Lilepo and Lilepo. If you check Thabo Tele, he tried few games last season. He tried few games to win the Sundowns games for Chiefs because remember he and who's that Mukwena, the one who's playing in the middle of the park for Sundowns. They are close buddies, you know. I remember before the other game, Kele, when Kele just arrived at Chiefs, he sent the first game when they were going to play Sundowns. He sent the Mukwena the screenshot that no, I'm here now. So meaning you won't be going for the player of the season, something like that. So
Yeah. Uh,
so so remember, Kele Mukwena is really the person who making it difficult for Kele to go into the Bafana starting lineup. So they are kind of rivalries, you know. So this time around, the first round they were gonna won because Chiefs wasn't really playing as a unit, you know. So I think Kele was just an individual alone. But this season, Kele is more effective because he's surrounded by the likes of Mutetwa and Ndlovu, which brings which gives him more hunger because you know there's competitiveness in the middle field right now, you know, and they are also solid uh, at the back because the boy Aiden McCarthy is completing the defensive line of Kaiser Chiefs right now. That's why you see the likes of Miguel is now playing such a free role whereby he doesn't do a lot of mistake that he was doing last season because the boy is able to hold the ball, is able to make them play.
okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Pella,
This is what you're saying,
yeah,
Tsepone. Tsepo, there's one thing we always tell
yeah,
people when they come here. You see, talking so nicely about McCarthy and what, and we don't want you to run away on Wednesday night or Thursday when we are now analyzing this game after. Ne? Here, when you come in, you must come and sit here forever because I've noticed people disappear here after things go rough. So you are with us forever. So don't run away after the match.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
PH, he's talking about McCarthy being the core of Chiefs defense suddenly. And I know that not every team can do what Pirates do with bringing youngsters as defense, and they do well. And we need to commend McCarthy for doing such a great job. And Sapo is putting all his hope on McCarthy in making sure that Reyners doesn't score a goal. What are your views about the upcoming game, PH? PH?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, what are your
I
views?
think I heard you saying that he's saying that McCarthy is the core of the defense. Yes, I think he's been a very great player in recent form, but I think the leadership of that team in terms of defense is Miguel. And yes, they are partners there. I think they've done very well, both of them, the duo, McCarthy and Miguel. I think they played very well. Came into the party, a very good player, Munyan. I think the the back four of Kaiser Chiefs is definitely doing a great job of recent. Munyani, Cross, Miguel, and Aiden McCarthy, very good players. I also think the middle of the park they are sorted a bit for now, but if they could have a sharper Ngobo would give them something because now they would play three defensive midfielders at the same time. I've watched that they had three defensive midfielders at the beginning of the match until they could change them and introduce Ngobo, the creative player, and also took out Mtetwa, you know, creativity a bit. And I think Lilepo, for me, if it was up to me, I would play Lilepo as a striker, not as a winger, and I'll definitely start with Pule Modi and with them do Shabalala. Their front three, that is the best they can ever have. Do Shabalala and Pule Modi as wingers, and you play Lelepo as a number 9. You are done. You're Kaizer Chiefs. You can compete, and also put in a bit of Sereno there. You can do better.
Your predictions, score predictions.
Play Sereno as a 10. You play Mdu Shabalala as a winger. You also play Pule Modi as, and perfect.
I know you.
Kaizer Chiefs can compete for days.
I know you're struggling to hear me. Your score prediction.
Hello?
Your score prediction. I know you're struggling to hear me. Score prediction.
No, I honestly think that Kaizer Chiefs will suffer 3-0 from Sundowns.
Yeah. Hey, Tsepo. Tsepo, did you hear what this man said?
Yes, my brother.
He says you are going to lose 3-0.
No ways, my man. No ways. The game will definitely be decided on the second half. Chiefs will definitely win 2-0, 2-1 for me.
Yeah, because he says 3-0. Is that how
No.
PH you're going to lose 3-0?
Nah. Remember, Chiefs. If you check Chiefs, even though it was not solid and competitive, even last season, but they were always giving Sundowns problems. That's why they beat Sundowns on the semi-final to head to the final of the Nedbank. You remember? So, and by then, Chiefs was not really the Chiefs that it is right now. So I don't think Sundowns will come on top. I don't think Sundowns will come top. Look on the last game, on the semi-final last season. Sundowns had only 2 shots on target, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised with the 3-0. Where is the 3-0, the PhD 3-0 coming from? I don't know what PhD is talking about with the 3-0, but maybe it might happen. Maybe that's how low he rates Kaizer Chiefs, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, no, that one it won't happen.
And
I stand with you.
One of our analysts here on the show, our coach, says 2-win for us. He says Kaizer Chiefs will win. He's a Kaizer Chiefs supporter, but he's confused because sometimes he supports Sundowns. So he's heartbroken. He's one of the people that ran away from the show because he knows me and PhD were going to be on his case because he said there's no way Pirates is going to the final. Any last words before we close off, PH? I think PH's phone is freezing or something. Any last words, my brother? And thanks for coming. And we do appreciate that was fast. You asked for numbers for the link. We gave you the link, and you made sure you come in. You put your mouth where the money is, your money where the mouth is. So thanks a lot, and we do appreciate your support. PH is freezing. I don't know what's going on, but any last words before the Wednesday game, unless if we meet again before Wednesday to discuss this match further?
Yeah. My last word is very simple. I would love to be grateful, the opportunity that you have given me to be here with you guys. It's a very great pleasure. And you, my brother, also opening such a platform to have an opportunity to analyze such. It is a great thing. Keep it going. Don't lose hope. We will fully support you. I would love to be here almost every day if it's possible. So it's a very great initiative that will keep on supporting you, my brother. So let's stick together and see how it goes. But for Wednesday, it's 2-1 for Chiefs or draw.
Thanks a lot. PH, I don't know what's happening with PH. I wish he could come back. We can only see his picture, but he can hear us. And I'm not too sure, but from all of us here at the Lifestyle League, we'd like to thank everybody for watching, and let's have a great